What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to The Great Escape. This is my second episode. I just released one like a day and a half ago, 2 days ago. But it's alright. I know I said I was gonna do one once a week, but I don't know. It's kind of exciting, so I like doing it. So I'm gonna give y'all another one. My bad. My mic might need some WD-40 or something. It's squeaking down here, but shit. Hey, what's up with y'all though? Shit, like I said, welcome back to another one. Hey, on this one though, I strictly just wanted to talk about what's been going on like since COVID happened, since COVID started, all that stuff. Or like, where was you at when COVID first struck? Yeah, when COVID struck, I said it because COVID struck, took us all by storm. Ain't nobody expected. I'll tell you where I was at. Actually, where was I at? I was at work. I was at work when they first announced COVID-19. They weren't even calling it COVID back then. What was it called? It was some type of like, what did they call it? If somebody know the name of what they called it, let me know. It was some type of virus, something, but I don't know. But yeah, though, I was at work, and then they had just said we in a pandemic, and mind you, like last pandemic I lived through was like H1N1 or some shit, like way back when cause I'm only 24 right now, so H1N1 struck. I was in seventh grade. H1 or not? Yeah, was it H1N1? Yeah, H1N1. It was like the swine flu or something like that, and then it didn't really like people weren't really going crazy over it like they were with COVID. Like when COVID struck, like everybody acted like the world was gonna end. Like people was in the store buying canned goods by like the thousands. Like I remember I was in the store and this one guy had told his kids he had two sons with him. He was like, and everybody was just in a frenzy, just running everywhere, grabbing everything they can. He was like, look kids, this is what the end of the world looks like. I was just standing there in shock, like, damn, is he right? Like, is we really in the end times or something? Like, what the fuck going on right now? I don't know, that just killed me to hear him tell his two sons that, and they just standing there and all like, okay, what do we do now? Like, they didn't even have a cart or anything. Like, they had nothing in their hands. It was just this man and his two sons, and we standing there in the middle of Aldi's. For those people who don't know what Aldi is a grocery store. So the same people who own Whole Foods, I think. So anyway, yeah, though, I was in work and people just got to freaking out, talking about it's a pandemic and they ain't know what to do. Like, they ain't know what's going on and all type of stuff. So I don't know though. But I will tell you though, it was a different experience. Like, it was something I never thought I would have to experience. Like, just going to the store in day-to-day life during COVID was crazy. Like, having to be at the store by like 7-8 a.m. just to get some toilet paper. Like, what? Like, who buys toilet paper by the mass? Like, they were buying out whole crates, whole truckloads, whole stocks of toilet paper. Like, goddamn. Like, all right, I guess. Like, you gonna eat toilet paper? Like, did you guys buy any food or anything like that? Like, I don't know though. It was just crazy. Like, just seeing the way people acted. Like, I saw this one video. Like, this lady was literally like stealing shit out of other people's carts because they took everything off the shelf. So that was the only option she had, was to just go up and just take what she needed out of people's carts who was like overdoing it. Like, there's no reason you need, I don't know. Like, I saw this lady had like 30 gallons of milk, like just bought out the whole store. Like, I mean, I guess, but like, doesn't milk have an expiration date? I guess if you freeze it, but like, I don't know. It was just shit like that though. And the store I was just telling you about, Aldi, they had to actually put, well, multiple stores did. I know Walmart, Aldi, they had to put a limit on how much stuff you can buy, like on everything, milk, eggs, meat, whatever it was. Like, it was limited, which is crazy. Super crazy. Never thought that we would be living in a time like that, but it just lets you know how vulnerable society is to something like that. Like, just think of how a common cold is just spread around so easily. Like, something like that, like a deadly virus, just fucking everybody up, taking everybody out, turning everybody into a zombie, whatever it's gonna do. Like, it's not that hard for it to happen. And, like, that just goes to show that should be a wake up call right there for everybody. Like, I don't know. Then again, at the same time, there's not a lot that people can do about it, because what are you supposed to do about it other than, like, you can prep, but, like, prepping takes money, prepping takes time, which these are things normal, everyday people don't have, either one of them. It also takes space. You need time, resources, and space, which normal, everyday people usually are lacking in, because you need the space just to store the shit. Like, a lot of people have kids, like, there is no extra rooms, there is no extra closets, like, and then you need the money. Like, a lot of people live in paycheck to paycheck as it is, so that's not the option. And then you need the time, of course, but, like, a lot of people work all the time, so, you know, work and get their kids, whatever they do in the meantime, you know. If it's any time to do anything in the meantime. So a lot of people weren't prepared. I know I saw a news article that said, like, don't quote me on these numbers, but it was like 75% of people in America didn't even have like $2,000 in their checking account to really even fall back on. If anything like that happened again, which I hope it doesn't, but like I said, that should be a wake-up call to a lot of people to really start saving money and don't go use it on, I wouldn't say useless stuff, because, like, even a lot of things that people say are useless to other people might be kind of needed in a day-to-day basis. Like, what's one thing? Like, I don't know. I'll just take makeup, for example. Like, a lot of people, men and women, feel like makeup's unneeded or, like, it's not a necessity, but, like, some people love makeup and can't go without it. Like, that's just what they need to do. It's like, it's people's personal option what is needed and what's not. So at the end of the day, you can't really tell anybody what they can spend their money on, but all I can say is save that shit as best as you can. Spend it on what you want to, but the best option would be to save it up and hopefully make something out of it if you're not going to invest it, which that's a whole episode within itself. Investing money, I'm not even going to get into that right now. So, but yeah, I don't know. Seemed like a lot of good shit, a lot of bad shit came out of COVID too, but it was some pretty decent stuff that came out of it too, I would say. Not a whole lot of stuff at all. It's mainly been bad stuff. I really can't think of anything good out of them. Well, yeah, I'll take that back. I mean, a lot of people being locked in a house and stuff like that, like, a lot of people found new talents and things like that they would have never discovered about themselves unless they would have been locked up in the house because of COVID. So I guess that is one of the more positive things that came out of it. So that's probably, I mean, other than that, like, people getting to spend more time with their family if they working from home and stuff like that. Like, working from home was a really good thing. I felt like that they should have never got rid of, but I understand because nobody wanted to go back into the office. Like, everybody got so comfortable with just waking up and being able to chill at the house, and then at the same time, it's like they shut all the schools down too, so no schools were open, so people really didn't have another choice but to work from home, which I guess is why they sent everybody back, because that was one of the main reasons why they sent everybody home anyway because like, what you gonna do with your kids while you're at work? If you can't work from home, like you can't just leave kids there by themselves. I mean, when they get to a certain age, you can, but not realistically, honestly. I know a lot of people still talking about they waiting for a stimulus check. Like, bro, the government has spent your stimulus check 18 million times over. You're not like, that shit is that shit is over with. Like, if you waiting for a stimulus check, you gonna be waiting for a long time. You should have jumped on that when they was telling everybody about it. Like, you can't wait till 2 years later and expect the government to want to give you $1,200. And another thing is these PPP loans people were signing up for. Like, if you put one of them in your name and didn't legitimately have anything to put it towards, like, I don't know. I hope you got some type of like I hope you got some type of plan to like a payment plan, a repayment payback plan or something, cause last time I saw they was on people's ass about that. I was taking them PPP loans out and not for real doing nothing with them, just holding on to the money. So I don't know. I hope y'all get it together out there, man. And then on top of that, it's the Black Lives Matter protest going down during all this. Like, how y'all out there? I don't know, but like, I ain't gonna say I was against the protest, but like, I am kind of feeling like that did do a lot of spreading too, because like, you can't have mass gatherings like that, bro, when it's a pandemic going around. Like, I'm all for protesting and getting a message across, but we got to be smart about it too. We have to be, but like, I get people were masked up and stuff like that, but the proper precaution is to just stay away from people, honestly, if it gets down to it like that. That's just my personal opinion, though. I'm more of a social distance type of person over the wearing a mask. I mean, I wear masks, don't get me wrong. I'll go out and wear a mask, but I'd rather stay away from people before I have to put a mask on, is what I'm saying. So, I don't know, it was cool. But, I don't know, some people didn't like being stuck in the house all day. Some people hated it. Like I said, I saw a couple of news articles that said people were getting really depressed sitting inside, which it makes sense. I mean, you sit inside all day, they shut down everything that's fun. There's no anything open. Like, there's no anything open. Like, they shut down all restaurants pretty much. Like, all indoor restaurants were shut down. Like, you couldn't even go. The mall was shut down. Like, everything was shut down. So when you take everything away from somebody like that, and that's all they know is going out to bars and, clubs, the mall, going to these different types of social, places where a lot of people you take all that away and they sitting in the house. Like, yeah, I can see how that will make somebody depressed. I don't know. The suicide rate went up too, which is, that's not surprising. It's sad, but it's not surprising when a lot of people, go to work and just to interact, and a lot of workplaces were shut down. So, it's a lot more people that's by themselves than what people think too. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I do know. I'll tell you what though, somebody that was getting up was the scammers. The scammers all COVID. They was taking people up top the whole time. They was taking the EBT up top. Yeah, the EBT food stamps. What else? The unemployment. They was getting all that. The PPP loans. They was filing PPP loans in people's name who was from Singapore, all type of shit. Like, people from Mexico that didn't even have, all type of shit. They was up though, which is crazy. A lot of them will never get caught for that shit. And got, like, I'm talking about $150,000, $200,000. loan straight from the U.S. government, not even a bank. I mean, they had to go through a bank to get the money, but it came from the U.S. government. So I don't know. What is crazy though? One crazy thing that happened this week is, if you don't know who Brittany Griner is, go look her up. She is the WNBA player who was just locked up in Russia, and they just freed a man named Victor Bout, who is a Russian arms dealer. They did a trade, but it's like, y'all did a trade for a Russian arms dealer for a WNBA player. Like, I don't know. Comparison on that don't seem right. Like, it gotta be some type of, but honestly, I feel like it's the only reason they did that trade is because it was so much media attention on Brittany Griner and the whole situation. So they had to, I feel like Russia wrote the terms on what needed to be done in order for her to be released, and America followed it, I guess. I'm not sure how that goes, but I thought we didn't negotiate with terrorists. I don't know. It's just crazy. Crazy how one little group of people can control a whole massive country like that. I always think about that too. How politics work. Like, one small group of people can control like the whole country, the whole masses. Like I know we got like democratic states and shit like that, like or not democratic states, but democratic countries. But like, you got places like North Korea, like got places like that, like I goddamn Vietnam way back in the day, Vietnam War, places like this. Snapchat. But hey though, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up, y'all, man. I love all y'all, man. This the Great Escape. Thank y'all for tuning in to another one. This is my second episode, man. Watch out for all the other ones. I'm going to that Baby Smooth concert next Sunday. I'm gonna be there, and then I gotta check the dates for the other ones. But the most up and coming ones is coming up on the 18th, which is on Sunday. So I'm gonna be shooting a live ass vlog down there. Like, it's gonna be super live, super turned. Like, gonna be turned up, so just keep watching out for that. But hey, man, it's the Great Escape. Thank y'all for tuning in again, man. I'm out.